In a small district of a small city, there was a small town that might have once been a village, before the walls of houses and hearts hardened with time. It was the kind of place where life moved at a slow, measured pace, where the sound of a passing motorbike was enough to make heads turn, and where the weight of silence sat heavy in the air, broken only by the occasional call to prayer or the distant laughter of children. At the farthest end of this town, past the narrow, unpaved roads and the crumbling walls of forgotten houses, lay a small graveyard. Adjacent to it stood a frail shack made of twigs and scrap metal huddled under the shadow of a lonely neem tree. This was home to the town's Gorkan, the gravedigger, along with his wife and their 5-year-old son. The Gorkan lived a life measured in scarcity. The state had granted him this shelter when they granted him his duty, along with a wage barely enough to keep his family breathing. In a place where death was infrequent, his work was slow, and the weight of poverty was constant. But on certain days their home felt a little less heavy, on days when a janazah, funeral, arrived at the graveyard, not because of death itself, but because it brought the Gorkan a little extra money, and with it a fleeting taste of joy. His wife would take whatever little extra they had earned and rush to the market, buying just enough gur and rice to cook a pot of their son's favourite dish, Gur Walay Chawal, jaggery sweet rice. He loved it so much that every day, on his way to and from school, his eyes would drift toward the graveyard, searching for the site of a funeral procession. And then, one day on his way home from school, his heart leaped. There in the graveyard, a funeral was arriving. His tiny feet barely touched the ground as he ran, skipping and singing, "Ajmai Gur Walay Chawal kaunga, today I will eat jaggery sweet rice." He could already imagine the warmth of the sweet, sticky rice melting in his mouth. Bursting through the door, he expected to be greeted by its familiar scent, but the house was still, the stove cold. His little mind made sense of it in the way only a child's mind could. Mother must have gone to the market to buy gur and rice for me. With that thought he settled down, his tiny fingers opening his school bag. He began his homework, his mind already drifting to the taste of the soft caramel-coloured grains. When he finished, he played with his few worn-out toys, all the while fidgeting with excitement. But the evening grew darker. Shadows stretched longer. The sky deepened into shades of orange, then dusky purple, and still his mother had not returned. Curious, he stepped outside, scanning the dim-lit path. That's when he saw his father walking toward home. He rushed forward, grabbing his father's rough, calloused hand, swinging it back and forth as he skipped alongside him. His voice bubbled with joy. "Baba, today I will eat all the sweet rice myself. Mother has gone to buy jaggery. I won't let you have much." His laughter echoed in the quiet. He was so busy talking, so lost in his own excitement, that he didn't notice his father's silence. He didn't notice how his father's steps were slower than usual, how his grip on the boy's tiny hand was tighter than before. But then something made him look up, and that's when he saw it. Tears rolling down his father's weathered face. The boy stopped skipping. His small hand tightened around his father's fingers. The sweetness of jaggery faded from his tongue, and deep inside his young heart, though he didn't yet understand it, he felt something shatter. Something was wrong. Something was missing, and for the first time he wasn't hungry anymore. Thank you for watching aikdastaan, where every tale is a testament to the human spirit and every voice resonates with the truth as they perceive it.